Okay.
And he liked my
I
poem, the first one I wrote. I kind of changed it up a bit, but he liked it.
That's good. So you got an A on the quiz and you have an A in the class.
Yeah. And then the poem, I'm having trouble writing a good haiku, but I know we're supposed to do on the actual class, so maybe next
Okay.
class we could work on the poem.
Sure, sure. All right, let's jump right in into our session. And I know that we helped you with homework last time, so this time we're gonna treat this like a regular session. We treated last time like an office hour. So, all right. Well, I'm not going to ask you how you're doing because I can see from that already you're having a great day. So that's good and a good week, I'm sure. Um, all right. So week one, session two, introduction to fluency and active reading.
I have 100 in all my classes.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like good. It's a good day.
Well, keep up the good work there. I know you must work really hard. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, one of these days
I
we'll
was just studying some of my math and science homework. We had to write a 6 paragraph essay about a science topic. So
in science. Wow.
yeah, about we had to make like a story about one cycle that happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me make sure I'm sharing. I think I forgot to share. Okay, and we'll do this. We'll optimize in case we're going to use any sound. All right. So today, um, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about um, the results of your assessment and kind of my thoughts going forward. And you did really well there. So just want to let you know there. Um, week one, session two, introduction to fluency and active reading. Okay. All right. So the objective is to follow the word lesson plan on my desktop. I've added advanced and poetic passages. Um, I looked at eighth grade stuff for you because I attended a webinar on ReadWorks and I asked them very directly. I said, I have got a student I'm tutoring. He's advanced. And what can I do to help him improve his reading comprehension? I already kind of knew, but I just wanted to hear what they would say because it's one of those things that it has a lot of different ways that you can improve reading comprehension. And what they basically said was challenge you with higher level reading passage and then just do the other things that we've been doing that they have mentioned also, which is the book of knowledge and that and all that is basically reading something and writing down what you learned from it and then building up that storehouse of knowledge. All right, continue. So today we're also going to continue fluency practice routines, probably on the same passage we did last time. And then we'll switch it up because we don't always want to stay with the same passage. Focus
Yeah.
on intonation,
Okay.
teach basic active reading strategies using short nonfiction text. Sorry, did you have a question?
No, I just said okay.
Okay, or a comment. Great. Teach basic active reading strategies using short nonfiction text. Um, I I actually purposely looked for an article on poetry from Nikki Giovanni, who's I think
A
from the
cooking show?
Harlem.
The cook,
Nick,
the cooking
what?
guy, the guy with the cooking YouTube channel.
Oh no, this is Nikki Giovanni would be a poet from last century.
Oh, because
Yeah.
I used to watch a cooking thing. He used to make these cool foods, and I used to watch it
Oh, nice.
when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
those. Okay. Cooking channels are a good way to relax and um
We made one of them at home. It was a sour patch drink. They made it
wow.
tasted really good. It was like a watermelon drink.
Wow. So we're going to also review results of reading May's assessment, 5 minutes to go over my report. Okay, I think you had a big win this week. And keep that up. I know that it's something you want to keep going with and making
Yeah,
sure that success is coming to you every single week. every single semester, and then all the way through high school and beyond.
I just wanted to
Uh,
tell you about a project that I find pretty difficult. It's coming up. It's called
okay,
a town hall project.
town hall
So
project.
yeah, so we have to our like city is like dying of like attractiveness and like population is decreasing, and we have to
Mm,
figure out a way. And I got assigned, me and my group, to tourism. So we have to create like an attraction, something like that will attract many people. We have to have like a counter argument about it, pros and cons and everything. I don't remember all of it, but I can send you the rubric later or now if you want, because
yeah,
it's
send it to me. Send it to me after our session,
okay.
and then I'll let during office hours we can kind of budget our time in terms of what we want to prioritize.
No, it's
Um,
happening later though, but it just
oh yeah,
sounded
but
interesting, and because my group isn't really that good.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So
they like don't
yeah,
do anything.
that's too bad. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that and ways that it's good that you're thinking ahead, though. I like that. Um, okay, so all right, that's just our overview right now. So let's jump right into Google Classroom. Probably should have that Google Classroom up, although I'll probably be posting or actually sharing my screen anyway.
Should I open
So
it
here
up?
I am. Yeah, you can open up this, and what I would open up actually would be, let's see, let's look at session two. Um, I'm not even sure we need to open it up just yet. There is oh, I'm sure it's going to be in here. Okay, I think, oh, why did I move that? I, I don't like when things move around. It's just weird. Okay.
What is it called?
Um, well, it's okay. We don't need it right now anyway, but I think it's oh, here, reading fluency passage session two. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to need it, but it's basically just every session we have like a blank document in case we're going to write anything.
Is it the
Um,
Nora Hurston thingy?
no, we're going to look at that, but that's not really it. Let's look at session two. That we're going to look at that today, of course. Um, all right, we'll just go with this. I may not have created a working doc, and let me see. I'll just do it here. I'll just do it right now. So we're going to create a. We'll call this um, topic we're going to create will be, there we go. Yep, we'll do a Google Doc. That always helps. Okay, cool. Cool. Um, I'm going to make sure I share it with you as um, yeah, we're going to make you an editor. Okay, right. For some odd reason, sometimes even though you're in the class, it doesn't automatically allow the students to be able to access things. So I just went ahead and shared it with you and gave you that access. So
Should I go
all right,
open it?
let's you don't yeah, you don't have to open it just yet because we may not use it. Um,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm just gonna change the oh okay. Call it open session doc. Yeah. All right, I'm going to show you what we're going to hit upon first, and that's going to be our week one, session two. And, um, oh, this thing is really being obnoxious. There we go. Right on. Here we go. So I actually did give us a brand new fluency practice passage, and I put the total words on the side, which really looks the way that I like to use it in my classes. And then we're going to time you on this. So let's go ahead and I'm going to say the word heart, the word college, the word academic are the words that you're going to supply as I pause. Magazine and the word anthropological. Okay, anthropological. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and
Wait, do I say
demonstrate.
heart, college, that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and read, and you're just going to basically
Yeah, I
pay
got it. We
attention.
did this last time.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. You're just paying attention to this time, not my emotion, but just simply how I'm grouping words and how quickly I'm reading it. So Zora's Big Break, I'll read it twice actually. Zora's Big Break came in 1925. Opportunity, a Harlem-based magazine, presented her with the literary award for her short story Spunk. As a result, Zora was thrown into the heart of the Harlem Renaissance. She left Howard University and moved to Harlem. There, she quickly built a network of colleagues and supporters who recognized her name from opportunity. That network helped her earn a scholarship to study English and anthropology at the women only Bernard
College.
in New York City. At Bernard, Nora studied under famous anthropologist Franz Boas. Boas encouraged Zora to pursue her interest in African American culture and folklore. Zora's creative efforts mirrored her
Academic.
studies and interests. She embodied the Harlem Renaissance. She was creative, educated, energetic, and committed to celebrating Black culture. In 1926, she collaborated with other writers to start a
Magazine.
called Fire. Some people criticized the magazine for downplaying white supremacy, but Zora and her colleagues felt that there needed to be a place for Black Americans to celebrate their culture without fear. The following year, Zora met Charlotte Osgood Mason. Mason was a white philanthropist who offered to fund Zora's.
Anthropological work.
Thank you. Zora used the funds to plan an elaborate road trip through the American South. Okay, I'm going to read this a second time. Um, Zora's big break came in 1925. Opportunity, a Harlem based magazine, presented her with the literary award for her short story Spunk. As a result, Zora was thrown into the
Art.
of the Harlem Renaissance. She left Howard University and moved to Harlem. There, she quickly built a network of colleagues and supporters who recognized her name from opportunity. That network helped her earn a scholarship to study English and anthropology at the women only Bernard
College.
in New York City. At Bernard, Zora studied under famous anthropologist Franz Boas. Boas encouraged Zora to pursue her interest in African American culture and folklore. Zora's creative efforts mirrored her
Academic.
studies and interests. She embodied the Harlem Renaissance. She was creative, educated, energetic, and committed to celebrating Black culture. In 1926, she collaborated with other writers to start a
Magazine.
called Fire. Some people criticized the magazine for downplaying white supremacy, but Zora and her colleagues felt that there needed to be a place for Black Americans to celebrate their culture without fear. The following year, Zora met Charlotte Osgood Mason. Mason was a white philanthropist who offered to fund Zora's.
Anthropological.
Yeah, anthropological. So the emphasis would be on logical. So
Okay.
um so this is the way that I attack words from the back. Now, a lot of teachers approach it from the front. They start you in the beginning, anthropological. I always start from the back end. And don't ask me why, but I think it's easier. Logical. So repeat, logical.
Logical.
Okay. Um, Anthropological.
Anthropological.
Okay. Anthropological.
Anthropological.
All right. Zora used the funds to plan an elaborate road trip through the American South. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a minute and let me grab my timer. I have my timer with me. Give me a second. Okay. Are you ready?
Do I have to say everything as much as
Yeah,
I
you're going to
can?
read
Okay,
as
I got
much
it.
as yeah, and then if you finish the passage down here, just go back to the top.
Okay.
Okay, on your marks, get set, go.
Zora's big break came in 1925. Opportunity, a Harlem-based magazine, presented her with a literary award for her short story Spunk. As a result, Zora was thrown into the heart of the Harlem Renaissance. She left Howard University and moved to Harlem. There, she quickly built a network of colleagues and supporters who recognized her name from opportunity. That network helped her earn a scholarship to study English and anthropology at the women-only Barnard College in New York City. At Barnard, Zora studied under the famous anthropologist Franz Boas. Boas encouraged Zora to pursue her interest in African American culture and folklore. Zora's creative efforts mirrored her academic studies and interests. She embodied the Harlem Renaissance. She was creative, educative, energetic, and committed to celebrating Black culture. In 1926, she collaborated with other writers to start a magazine called Fire. Some people criticized the message for downplaying white supremacy, but Zora and her colleagues felt that there was needed to be a place for Black Americans to
Okay,
celebrate.
felt that they're needed. Okay, I think you stopped here.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good. But I can't tell you objectively on what level it is because there's not really how do I say? There's not really a number of word like a word count that we're trying to aim at. It's all about um, increasing our fluency individually as individuals. Pretty good though. I mean, for you're like I said, you're on grade level. You're definitely working on that. So you did 117, see 146. Let's do it this way, 17. Yeah, let's just go there. I'll give you the total later on. There were no errors, although I'm not really counting how you pronounce the word. I mean, I guess I'm not going to make this an error, but I would say that it's anthropologist. So I'm going to, um, hold on, let me do this. This thing is being a little, yeah. So I'm going to bold that, uh, uh, em- um, syllabic emphasis, if you will, that stress. Um, Anthropologist. Okay. All right. Are you ready for a second read?
Yes.
Okay. On your marks,
Wait, it's not.
get set. You need more time?
No, no, it's fine.
Okay. On your marks, get set, go.
Laura's big break came in 1925. Opportunity, a Harlem based magazine, presented her with a literary award for her short story Spunk. As a result, Zora was thrown into the heart of the Harlem Renaissance. She left Howard University and moved to Harlem. There, she quickly built a network of colleagues and supporters who recognized her name from opportunity. That network helped her earn a scholarship to study in English and anthropology at the woman only Barnard College in New York City. At Bernard, Zora studied under famous anthropologist Franz Boas. Boas encouraged Zora to pursue her interest in African American culture and folklore. Zora's creative efforts mirrored her academic studies and interests. She embodied the Harlem Renaissance. She was creative, energetic, and committed to celebrating Black culture. In 1926, she collaborated with other writers to start a magazine called Fire. Some people criticized the magazine for downplaying white supremacy, but Zora and her colleagues felt that there was a need uh, to be a place for Black Americans to celebrate their culture without fear. The following year, Zora met Charles Osgood Mason. Mason was a white philanthropist who offered to fund Zora's anthropological work.
Okay, thank you. All right, you did better for sure. I think because you're going fast, yeah, you made a couple errors. There was need, so you put was need, so I gave you two errors there. So pretty good. Um, I'm gonna give you a total here. So 3, 2, 1, 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 133. And then you had 146, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 156, 758, 59. So 159 minus 2 is 159 minus 2. I have a better sheet for this actually. I should have used it. But I'll say first. Oops. Very good. Okay, so yeah, there was improvement. And that's all we care about. When I measure my students at school, is there improvement? Yes or no? That's all we really care about. Okay. Um, we're going to leave it at that. I think next time, and or if today, if we have time, we'll go through and um, do the other fluency, which is intonation. Now, the believe it or not, we've actually been doing two types of fluency together at the same time because I just realized now I totally skipped over having you read through this just slowly to make sure that you pronounced all the words properly. But that we took care of that already when we were doing the 1 minute timing. So in the real world, I would normally just have you read through this very slowly all the way through, and then that would be one type of fluency. But it's okay. We actually saved time this way. And it was, you did a good job there. I would just practice these two words, the longer words, anthropological. Let me do this. Yeah. And again, there's not a lot to teach here. It's more of a habit that we're building. All right. So we can quickly move on. Um, now, let me ask you a question. What do you remember about this passage? What comes to mind? I'm just, I know I'm kind of putting you on the
That
spot.
she was studying English and anthropology,
Mhm.
and
What
that
was the main? Yeah. Mhm.
a guy named Mason was gonna pay for fund for her trip.
Okay. Okay. So, um, Charlotte is actually a woman, Charlotte Mason. Mason is her last name, and she was going to pay for her work, not a trip.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're
fun.
absolutely right. Her trip. Yeah, a trip to the American South. Very good. Now, I'm gonna give you a miniature lesson right now. Let me see you. Um, I want to do this in a way I can. Whoops. Oh, that's why I have to do this. I have to stop this and go there. Okay, that way I can see you. Um, okay, one of the things, do you ever have trouble remembering what you read or have to read something a couple times? I'm talking about like a timed, like a quiz. Maybe it's a fresh passage you haven't read before and you're in that situation. Do you ever feel like you could comprehend a little bit better?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you a little trick. Um, you need to just visualize different parts of the story. Now, we're gonna take a couple minutes and let me share again. Oh, I am sharing. So, right here, Zora's Big Break came in 1925. What I'm gonna ask you to do is visualize this. Now, I'm gonna just give you an idea here, but your visualization is gonna be better than mine because it's your visualization, right? So to me, um, if you ever see these old movies and you see how they have like a calendar and then it's a page and it kind of goes away, like because it's being peeled away, like Monday, boom, it goes away. Then you see Tuesday, it goes away like that, right? So in my mind, I visualize this first line here as this is 1925. And as 1925 opens up, then there's a big break and it's kind of like her going like this, right? Okay, opportunity. Now we don't know what Zora looks like, right? But we know she's African American. So, and is she old or young?
Young.
Yeah, she's young in this
He's a college
particular,
going student.
yeah, college age student. So she's probably kind of on a skinny side. Back then they wore dresses. Um, all right. Opportunity, a Harlem-based magazine. Are you familiar with Harlem in New
Yeah.
York?
Yeah. I've heard about it.
Okay. It's pretty much a rundown place. But if this were to be a history lesson, you wouldn't see that it's a rundown place at all. You would just see that there's a lot of African Americans, and it would be a very lively place, I imagine. Um, so I imagine a brick building in Harlem, and with a big sign on it that says opportunity, right?
Yeah.
And so presented her with her a literary award for her short story Spunk. So now, how would you visualize her receiving a literary award? Do you see her on stage? Do you see her kind of just at home and the award is on the wall behind her? How do you visualize that?
Uh, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, yeah. How do you visualize her being presented with a literary award for her short story Spunk?
As an
What
opportunity to go to a better college or something.
Well, I'm just asking, what do you see? What do these words here? How do you interpret literary word? What does that look like? Is it a statue? Is it a certificate? Is
I
it
think a
like a
ribbon
it's a what?
probably. A
A
ribbon,
ribbon, okay. What color's a ribbon?
blue, white.
Blue and white. Okay. Does it have a medal?
Uh,
Like a gold medal, like a medal
yeah,
on
I
it.
know, like that.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay. And then how do you picture this story spun? Do you see it in your mind as being in a collection of inside of a book, or do you see it as being in this magazine?
No, I can't see it.
Just in your imagination.
Uh, I think of a skunk.
Okay, but the
Maybe.
word is spunk. So the word is spunk, but you do think of a skunk?
Wait, no. Maybe Mars, because I heard about some sort of
Oh,
like
Sputnik.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Sputnik.
I
Yeah,
thought of
no, but what I'm saying is, if this were to be a movie, how would they show her short story Spunk? Would it be like, would you see a magazine on a table with the title Spunk written on it on one of the pages?
yeah.
Okay, that's what we want to do with this visualization is we want to actually try to be as accurate as possible, but there's a lot of interpretation for our own ideas here, right? Because we have to kind of figure out how to visualize this for ourselves, right? So, what do you see here? What picture is going to help you remember Zora's Big Break came in 1925? What's going to help you remember that this
The
highlighted
year.
portion? The year?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going to help you visualize this?
A magazine.
What's going to help you remember this?
The medal.
What's going to help you remember this?
Spuntic.
Okay. All right. So now you get to retell me that first part of the story. Go use your visual memory. So I'll give you an example how I would do it. So in my mind, I saw this, remember,
1995. I mean, in
1920.
1925, she was presented with an opportunity after receiving a medal to go study in Harlem.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Okay. Oops. I'm going to need to collapse this. This is, yeah. And that. And this needs to come back up. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so Zora's Big Break came in 1925. She's presented an opportunity. Actually, it was the opportunity was the name of the magazine. So for me, I'm thinking about a building in Harlem where the magazine because back in those days they had buildings. Not everything was they didn't have computers back then, right?
Yeah.
So
So it could have been
it
like
was
a
probably
billboard.
it could have been a billboard, yeah, with the word opportunity on it. And it might have even said a Harlem based magazine underneath it. And maybe it had a picture of like a group of African Americans with that looked like writers. Like they had glasses, they had pens, they had typewriters, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then, um, okay. And then you said that she received a award to study, an opportunity to study in Harlem. Um, Let me see here. She actually got an opportunity to study at Bernard College, but that's not necessarily in Harlem. So, all right. So, I think what we're learning here is that when we're going to um, read something, and this is gonna happen, right? When you have a quiz and your teacher's giving you a brand new passage you've never seen before, and then you're gonna have to answer questions. If you can start to visualize things the moment you start reading, you can even draw little pictures. Now, when I do this with students in school, we have like cartoon bubbles, or actually a comic strip that's blank and there's no pictures in it, and then we just have the little boxes. So we could have done that. So anyway, that's just a little something we can try in later tutoring sessions. But I wanted to just give you a kind of a sneak peek into that. And again, it's something you could use. Um, It's
Yeah.
best used when you can draw pictures because basically, as you're reading, you can be drawing pictures on the side, and then you can put the story away, and you could just look at your pictures, and you can retell the whole story that way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to jump back into the tutoring session here, and we're going to do what's called a 12-word trick. Now, what I'd like us to do, um, okay, let me do this. I have to be really careful with this. Um, oops. Okay. I want you to kind of think about this. I'm going to give you some time to read over this. Oh, never mind. We're going to read this article and we're going to do some questions with it. Probably not today, but I kind of want to have you work on some multiple choice because I want to see what your thinking is in terms of how you arrive at certain answers. So let me open up ReadWorks.
I try and take out. I try elimination. I always take out two that I know that
Yeah.
don't make sense, and then
Yeah.
between the other two, I figure out the one that sticks out the most to me.
Yeah. And you usually do pretty well with that.
Um, yeah, I'm always getting on test if when I stick with that. Sometimes he gives me hints, but I still change it because I have this kind of problem with me. I kind of know I'm not that confident, but
You're not confident looking at what?
no, just not confident when I select the answer. But today I was feeling pretty confident about my answers.
Excellent. That's good to hear. Um, I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy that. Um, all right. It doesn't like me there. I'm going to go to my other Google. That's fine. And I'm going to log in. Okay. Um, I created a class for you in ReadWorks and it's called Tutoring Students. And here's our article here. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is look at some vocabulary words. So we have the word anthropology, deter, and stereotype. This is an eighth grade passage, nonfiction. This is under social studies.
Can I go to the
Okay.
bathroom real quick?
Yes, of course. Hey, you're
Do
going
I
to
have
go
to,
into, yeah, I'm here.
do I have to join?
Yeah, you're going to go, if you look in the chat, you're going to see you're going to have the website link. I'm also going to give you the class code, and then the password is going to be 1234.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm going to go here.
Do I do Mission to Mars or Life
Uh,
Stories? Or,
Zora Life Story, class code. Yeah, you're going to select your name. So the second one down is Life Story Zora Neale Hurston.
I answered a couple. It's told me to like drag something. So do I do the vocabulary builder? The questions.
Yes, you're going to do that.
Okay.
Now, I want to be careful here. We don't want to spend much time with the vocabulary. Um, and I can't see what you have seen. I guess you pressed on the article, right? Oh, it's okay. I can see now. Here are the vocabulary words that will be in this
Yeah,
reading.
I
Let's see.
started the quiz.
Okay, great. Move the dots to show how well you know. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Deter is a verb. Stereotype. Yeah, that's fine. Boom. There we go. Oops. Okay, words are made of smaller parts. Yeah, we're going to skip the vocabulary activity actually,
Yeah, I
because
skipped it.
it's
I'm
way,
on the questions.
yeah, we're way too basic. So we're going to skip these questions until we actually read the passage. We haven't read the whole passage. We just read part of it. All right, so let's go
I
ahead and read. I'll read out
I
loud.
I read the
Yeah.
first paragraph in like most of the second. I think I can. I got this.
Okay. I guess you can skip the next two paragraphs.
Yeah, I know. I'm reading the other ones.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
I think kind of like
Well, you can handle the questions, so you're done already reading.
no, it's I'm not done yet.
Oh, that's fine. Um, hmm. Oh my goodness.
What?
No, I just found a tool, one of these navigating buttons that you can actually highlight as you're reading, one line at a time. Hmm. Nice.
Do I do the writing ones too?
The writing,
Yeah.
let's take a look.
Should I do
Um,
it?
oh, so you're already on the questions?
Yeah. Should I do the or should I just submit?
No, you could do the writing also, yeah. So let me take a look here. What we're gonna do is I would like you to actually explain and walk me through your answers,
Okay.
starting with number one.
Instead of right.
So what's that?
For number 8, I'll just tell it to you. Number one
Oh,
is D.
so
Number one is D.
so it tells you what the right answer is?
No, I didn't submit yet, but I'll tell it to you
Okay.
orally, and then yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so give me a second here. Let me kind of explain the procedure here. So what was unique about Eatonville, Florida, where
It
Zora
was
grew
one
up?
of
Okay,
the first towns founded
but
by black citizens.
yes. Okay. Um, let me look here at some of these. What did you notice when you were going through these? Walk me through your process. There were two answers at least that you could dismiss right off the bat. What were those two?
Bernard College was there, and Booker T. Washington.
Right. Okay, so you remember that it didn't say that, right?
Yeah, and Bernard College was not there.
Okay, got it. And what about answer choice B as in boy
Number two, I got
for number one? Looking at answer choice B, Zora became the youngest and first female mayor of the town.
yeah. I didn't find. I know. I just knew it was unique because it said that in the passage. The unique thing was that it was the first town to be founded by black citizens.
Right. And who is actually the mayor um of the town?
Um, her father.
Yeah, her father. Okay. So it's pretty much
And number two, I got C.
okay, so you're talking about number two? All right.
Yeah.
So number two, let's take a look. Zora won a literary award from Opportunity, a magazine based on. Oh, let's do this then.
Should I just submit it
Uh,
to check?
yeah, I think it's best to submit it. So just finish the whole thing and then we'll walk through because there's no point in going through answers that you got correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and submit. And what I'll do is I'll look on my end at these answers.
Wait, what about the writing ones? I do them or not do them?
Yeah, I would do the writing ones also.
Okay.
Yes. 100%. Okay. Very good.
What?
Okay. Yeah, 100%.
Oh.
All right. So it looks like, you know what I would say? Do you think you're having more issues with poetry? Where's your
Yeah.
the
For my SOL, I think the poetry will be harder. I'll just submit this one anyway.
yeah. Um, I can look at your written as well.
I didn't finish the writing one. You just
Okay,
said
that's fine.
I got 7 out of 7 on the multiple choice.
Yeah, that's good. I can see it. You got 100%. That's good.
I think some stuff on my SOL is I have like I have these like flyers. I have to determine stuff about that. I always have a flyer. Maybe we can go over some flyers next class or this class, depends if we have time.
Oh, you have a flyer?
No, flyers are in our SOL. End of the year
Yeah,
exam.
okay. I keep hearing the word flyers, but am I misreading you? Mishearing?
Yeah, we have like flyers on our SOL. They're like our end of the year exams for English.
Spell that for me.
Flyers.
Yeah.
FLIERS. You know those things that like get you to go there and do that.
Yeah. Okay. So how does he use flyers? Do you create the flyer? Does he create the flyers?
No, it's not that. It's the SOL. The county makes the SOL.
Oh, got it. Got it. Yeah, it's called flyers.
Yeah, they make that, and then they have like choice, multiple choice question. I can
Yeah.
send if you go to SOL Pass on your search setup and go to release tests. You could see an example of some English SOLs. Perhaps we'll do some together to prepare for that test. It's on May 13th. End of the year reviews
So
everything learned in English.
give me the name of the website again. SOL Path?
Pass.
Paths. Okay.
Pass.
Oh, pass. Got it. Got it. SOL pass.
Yeah,
Okay. Middle school.
yeah.
Um,
And go to
look,
reading.
reading. Okay.
No, I mean release. Go to released. These are just uh. Here, go to released. Yeah, and go to reading. Oh no, reading. Click on reading. It's right there.
Yeah, there's reading. There's reading.
And go to seventh grade. If you click on 2015, you'll see some SOLs there. That's a sample question.
Okay. I was doing an analysis of what you needed work on. Let me show you. Let's spend a couple minutes here. I'm going to show you kind of results with that I saw and tell me if you agree with this. So let's do this. Um,
Result.
oops. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Let me reset this real fast. Okay. Um, it's going to be under assessment. So let me see here. Assessments. I have it in draft form. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to make this. Okay, I posted it now. If you refresh, actually, you don't have to refresh your page at all. I'm just going to go through um, the results here. Okay. Right. Let me know if you can see my page.
yeah, I've read it.
Oh, you read it already?
I think you told me this last class.
No, this is new.
Oh,
So remember, you did the reading comprehension where you selected words in the
yeah,
passage
I
and
know.
every other. Yeah. So you got 37. There's only 40. So it now the test itself is not graded in a way where you can say I got an A or a B or I got a 90 percentile, 100 percentile.
Yeah,
It
I
just means you scored at the highest level. Yeah. Um, I already talked about the book of knowledge, which we can do. Um, we're out of time, but there are some recommendations here. I would read this on my own if I were you. And then here's a kind of a summary of what I saw in terms of your SOL results. Have you read this yet?
what?
All
Um,
right,
yeah, I see it.
this part. Yes?
Could you show me?
Yeah, I can show you. I wanted to quickly share some insights from the SOL reading results. Based on what I see, I believe the tutoring program I built will support your child really well. He's doing fine on basic comprehension, but many of the missed questions were on higher level skills like main idea, author's purpose, cause and effect, and inference, especially in nonfiction. These are exactly the areas I focus on in tutoring using proven strategies like thinking maps, step up to writing tools, and modeled reading routines. We've
Yeah,
done some of this already.
yeah, I think if you help me on this nonfiction, because this year the hardest test for me was nonfiction. It was super hard.
Okay, nonfiction. Yeah, it seems like the fiction scores were stronger overall, especially on vocabulary and figurative language, but the highest level fiction questions, imagery, conflict, and inference, were still a challenge, which is typical for students right on the edge of advanced. Okay. All right. So what we'll do next session, and I'm going to start, if it's okay with you, next session, we'll talk about what you can be doing um, outside of class. And I already sent the reading journal. Has your mom printed the reading journal yet?
I don't know.
Okay. Um, you'll will want to ask her about that. So here's your homework for today. It'll take you 2 minutes. All right. Ask um your parent
Okay, yeah, I got it.
to print the reading journal
Yeah.
after, oh, or just access it electronically. Now, here's an idea. You could, like, I have Google on my phone and I can access anything on my phone, right? So as long as you know how to open it up, I could show you, of course, not today, but if you can open it up and you can start to record some of your journal entries. Okay. What I
Okay.
mean is when you're reading something, we haven't really talked about that yet,
Wait,
but
is
when
it
you
like a
start to
reading
pick up,
log?
yeah, it's right. It's like a reading log, but
I
we're going to
have one.
build into it.
I do one in school. Yeah.
Okay.
Like every week you have to have 5 entries about a
Yeah.
book I read. And yeah, I've gotten that.
You can use that. You can use that if you want. That's okay. I don't want to create extra work for you. However, one of the things we're going to start doing is I'm going to give you, once I put it together, an article a day. You can look at each day and read a short article. Now, if you feel that you're doing that already through your teacher, that he's already assigning you an article a day, it's on various subjects. They're just random. And then they're not meant to be very long. You just read it and you quickly just write down one thing that you learned.
Okay.
Okay. This is going to help your comprehension, but this is the long term activity. This is not something you do in 1 week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and it changes everything. It will change things for you, but it's almost like going to the gym and working out. It's the consistency that you do, and building that background knowledge is something you're going to do for the rest of your life. Um, but being a good recorder of these things, a person who actually writes these things down, it's going to help your brain process that and build your background knowledge, and your brain is going to really thank you for that. So
Yeah.
that's it. All we have for time for today. Um, I'll write down some notes about helping you with nonfiction, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Okay. Have a good
Okay.
day.
Okay. You too. Take care. Okay. Just a reminder to myself to um, select some nonfiction passages and also select a series of article a day entries for him. It might be on the website ReadWorks that I can simply press a button and it will automatically generate these articles at his grade level. I would prefer eighth grade reading level for him. And we're going to start next session, which is week 2, session 1, with um, the 12-word summary. So we just read a nonfiction article and pretty straightforward, but I want him to actually write a summary. And then we're going to think about the text structure because that's really going to help him a lot in terms of nonfiction reading. Um, to be able to identify what the author's purpose is and that sort of thing is going to seem very straightforward, but the more he does that with various different types of nonfiction passages, the deeper his knowledge is going to go because it's going to go wide. We need to spread his knowledge wide and deep at the same time. And so that's going to give him more of an understanding of different topics, and that will increase his awareness and breadth of knowledge. Okay, so that's enough said there. And Yeah, I like where we're going with this. We could practice some intonation. That's fine too, and not spend too much time on that. Um, all right.